I wouldn't say everybody, but the majority of them.
The boxes at the new complex, they are the correct size. They just happen to be 6 inches back. I don't know if they did them for the fast pitch or not. One of the points of emphasis this year is to call batters out of the box. Okay. So we're in the normal field. It's a dirt field. It's 50 years old. You've been playing there year after year. They put a chalk line down. You have to kind of know that the chalk line is either correct or it's not correct. By the second game, the second inning, whatever, the boxes are not really there. You have to visualize a box for yourself. You have to visualize that 5.5 feet. Typically, they're not going outside of the box or on the plate. If they go on the plate, it's really simple. If they touch the plate, they're going to be out, whether the ball's hit fair or foul. If they're out of the box, if their 1 foot is completely out of the box, in contact with the ground, and you make contact with the ball, they're going to be called out. So that's the point of emphasis. Now, I've done thousands of games, and I've looked at thousands of batter's boxes. I can't tell sometimes when they're dug out and there's a hole. I can't tell exactly where the box is. If there's a hole, I don't necessarily want them standing in the hole. So if they have to stand on higher ground, that's going to move them in the box where they didn't want to be. So I'm not really going to be a stickler on were they 6 inches out of the box, what was it. But if they're a foot out of the box, there's no box drawing. There's just dirt. There's no chalk. If I feel like they're a foot out of the regular box, I'm calling it. The runners are the ones you have to watch. The runners, start in the back of the box and run forward. You have to watch where they make contact. The guys who start way up at the top of the box, if they stride, they're going to be out of the box. And you can call that. You know what, right or wrong, if you call it once, I guarantee everybody else is going to back up. Because they know you're going to call it.
I know it's tough to call, usually the field,
Right. I umpired at Liberty Park in Sterling Heights, Michigan, one of the finest parks, and they didn't have boxes. They had the mat. You finally put a green mat down, so everybody considered that a box. It wasn't really correct. But I went around the country to every place that we went, and I used the tape measure and measured boxes. The people who are at the complexes, yeah, they get them wrong. They're too far forward, too far back. They're not 5.5 feet. They're 6 feet. Yeah. Very rarely do I ever get to a complex and the box is too short.
This half went to the room.
Usually they're too big.
Yeah, there was 3 there.
Right, but they do it wrong. So what he's talking about is they bring out the baseball template to do softball. Now, you guys, this is something that maybe you didn't think about. So I'm at this complex. They bring out the right template. They put it down. They marked it with a trowel. They pick that thing up, and then they put the chalk on the outside of the trowel mark. Well, they just increased the box by 6 inches at least, because it says it drops it out 2 inches, but that chalk hits the ground and puffs out. Okay, so does everybody have a test? Okay, if you don't have one, just share. Because we need some for the other side.
We're going to test now?
Well, everybody taking a test right now?
Showing the new complex. Yeah, here's the new place. Okay. So if you haven't seen it, This is Space Coast. This is the stadium, and then there's 15 fields, all 100% turf, top to bottom. So this is the stadium. That's the quad. There's a baseball quad, a softball quad, and a fast pitch quad. The softball will be able to use the baseball and the softball. So there's the 3 quads. It's right there on Cocoa Beach, right on the beach. It's hotter than crazy. It's warm.
It's hot.
It's all right. We did the conference championships there last year as the first kind of event, and Hangright hooked us up with we had all white Hangright shoes because the turf was so blistering. But it's fun. But it's a cool place. It's going to be better than Disney, more affordable, easy to get your family to, more things to do, be on the Space Coast there. So anyway, that's the place.
It's kind of cool that Elon Musk decided to shoot a rocket up every other week. So if you're there, you can see the launch perfectly right there. Do you have the video?
So let's talk about, we do want to talk about this while you're taking that test. 4-base award. 4-base award is now any ball that's touched, no matter where it is. Okay, it used to be, if I touched it here and then went over, it's 4-base award. Now, if I want to take the risk and try to reach over and get it, and I touch it, guess what? 4-base award. It's not a home run. Okay. Used to be any ball touched, which then went over the fence. That's what the book said. Which leads you to believe touched it, then goes over. Now it's even if it's over. And he goes to try to make a great play off his glove, 4-base award. Don't know how you've been calling it, but that's the way it's been called. So just so you know on that. The bunt and the chop, I don't think it's been changed in the book, but online the bunt used to say any ball not swung at, but tapped lightly. So that would lead you to believe that any ball not swung at would be something along this line. So if I didn't swing at it, I just kind of tapped it. Okay. So, but now we've taken that out. That it's any ball that's tapped lightly. So if they're taking a full swing, but they still want to try to tap it and dribble it down third base, we're going to get an out. That's not his normal swing. So you got guys that want to try to tap it out of the box and then want to come up and try to blow up the third baseman on the real swing. Okay, so if they're just doing this, there is no thing in the book about breaking your wrist, half swing, full swing, quarter swing. That's never been in our book. That's not part of what we do. The 2 things you cannot do, you cannot bunt, you cannot chop. So the bunt now is any ball tapped lightly. Whether he took a full swing, a hard swing, a half swing, doesn't matter. If you feel like he tapped the ball lightly to get an advantage, to get to first base, we're going to bang him. The other thing you can't do is chop. You cannot hit straight down. It's not any ball that's straight down. You can go straight down and go in the outfield, it's fine. Any ball straight down that hits in the infield, that's an out. That's a chop. So the only 2 things you can't do. There is no half swing, full swing stuff. Like, I don't know if ASA even has. They have a half swing, full swing. You got to full swing. You got to break your wrist. Out of that. Okay. So that's what they always go to. He didn't break his wrist, or he broke his wrist. Yeah. He broke his wrist. He needs to go to the hospital first of all. Yeah, a lot of lefties do it. If that's not their natural swing and they're doing the fast pitch, full practice, we're not playing fast pitch. So those are just a couple of points of emphasis that we
The lefty that rifles it down the third baseline, try that swing, totally different.
Yep.
If it's hitting third base in midair, that's not a chop and that's not a bunt.
Rule changes in the E. The offensive ejection still can't courtesy run, but it can keep score and coach bases now. Last year he couldn't do either one of those things. And the penalty is he's out, he's caught ejected. Legally adopted gloves, the pitcher now can wear anything they want. They can wear a first baseman fit too. Okay? Used to just be catchers and first baseman, now includes pitchers. I hope it's somewhat they go to a mandatory.
Can outfielders wear first baseman?
It's just those 3 players.
Here's what I messed up a while ago. Yes, sir.
Question about the size of the glove.
Yep.
A lot of times you see like the outfielders, they got enormous gloves. They stretch it out past that 4.5 inches at the top of the finger. problem is nobody calls it, and nobody wants to be the guy to call it.
Nobody calls it because it's it's an appeal
Okay,
by the coach.
okay,
So you're not going out there with a tape measure measuring everybody's glove. If
somebody brings it up.
the coach says, hey, that left fielder's glove is too big, and they come in, and I look and it's too big, I'll call it.
Okay,
So it's not that nobody calls it, it's coaches don't feel that. They
nobody
don't.
feels it. Okay.
So then you're gonna get the guy to look at it, unless if I'm wearing that big glove in his hand.
Right.
It's not legal, they got a Ricky Henderson.
But 4 inches is pretty easy to estimate. Yes.
You're gonna get,
Okay, so if the players is out in the field, and the coach says, hey, that left fielder's got a glove that's too big, and we determine it's too big, the penalty is we take the glove off and then you go wear another one. If a ball's hit and he catches it, throws it in, gets it, doubles the guy off of second base, and now the coach says, hey, wait a minute, that left fielder has a glove that's too big, and we determine it's too big, we take away the catch. Yeah, and it's a dead ball. This is dead ball. Runner gets first base, and he forces anybody around. Pitcher can wear a first baseman glove, a catcher's glove, a fast pitch catcher's glove. It was done for safety. I'm not sure why.
Catches it, and they're gonna take it away from him, is that the fairness call?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It's defensive obstruction.
So everybody's got the test in front of them. We're just gonna go through this. This is not gonna be graded. Oh, did we run out?
Yeah, we
Oh, wait, I got
don't
some.
have enough for both
I got some.
sides.
I got some. Oh, I got some.
We just don't have enough for both sides.
You have 14 of them, 17 of them.
Doc, when would be allowing pitchers to use a first baseman glove?
How many were here? I thought you did 100.
That was changed
She
in
did
August.
100 even, you had 17.
That was before any rules committee or anything that was put into place.
Oh, wow. Oh, what is-
Talk about that.
Hers was delivered.
Right, that was not voted on at the convention. So John asked when that rule was changed.
Passed
We
out.
go through a process to change rules. We can't just change the rule because we feel like we want it a different way. So the pitcher safety rule was changed mid-season. Okay, so all the changes that are made by a committee. It's a committee of just a couple players or people. And that's voted on by the convention, at the convention. So everybody has a rule. Okay, this is the 2018 slow pitch rule book. This right here is obsolete. It is we've already moved away from it. We've made several changes in the book online that are not in this book. So go to USSSA.com, go to the umpire section, the official section, go to rules. Where it says rules, it'll give you a link for the 2018 book. That book that's online supersedes any of this. We love trees. I don't know what's going to happen to newspapers, magazines, or anything, books. Everything's electronic. That thing's electronic. We don't need this book anymore. Somebody asked a rule about pitching. I popped on here, I touched my screen, the rule book came up, I spun to page 34 or whatever it was, rule 6, it's right there. That's how quick I can get it. So we all have to go to something like that.
So everybody's got the test. We're just gonna bounce through it real quick. So what are 3 types of interferences? Remember we're talking about interference, not obstruction. What do we got? How many? Hey, offensive, spectator, and umpire. I've included the rule too, so if you want, Mike, we've already passed them out, right, to this whole side of the room?
Sorry?
This whole side of the room we've already passed them out to, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, so we got it done. Okay, cool. So there it is in the definitions, see Rule 3. Runners at first and second base with 2 outs. Batter singles to left when he throws home, try to get the runner from second. He throws it wild and hits the offensive team's bats that are lined up on the outside of the dugout. We talked about this. Remember, we're not going to play cleanup. What should the umpire do? B, we're going to kill it. Interference. All play stops. Ball is dead. The most advanced runner is called out. The most advanced runner that has not crossed home plate is out prior to the interference. See what I'm saying there?
At the time of
Time of the incident. This is a blocked ball situation, not a ball thrown into dead ball territory, which would be from the throw to the second throw, or from the pitch for the first throw. This is a blocked ball, so at the time of the incident, the time the ball becomes blocked, where are my runners? If I've already had one cross home before the ball hit that bat, he stays there, he's good. Next guy, the most advanced guy. Okay? Not at the time of the throw, at the time of the incident on a blocked ball. What determines the validity of a catch? Let me ask you like this before you answer. So I got a guy running to the hole, catches it, takes 2 steps, 3 steps, ball falls out. Catch or no catch?
No catch.
Gotta have control. Voluntary release. A, B, and C all apply. Now, if he takes 10, 15 steps and ends the inning, whatever, he comes back and drops it by the fingers down, I'm good with it. But I'm telling you, if he takes 2 or 3 steps, and before he does any kind of other move, tries to go get it, anything that falls out, it's down. In the men's E program, any untouched ball over the fence for a home run will do what? C. It's gonna end the inning. Offensive ejection. No matter the spot. He can still coach bases. He can still keep score. Yeah. What is the least amount of players needed to start a game in men's B, C, D, and E?
Wait, we're going to go back 1 second. So somebody asked a question. I think it might have been Washington. So that guy's offensively ejected. Then they catch him running the bases, and what they were asking is whether or not you took somebody off the field. And I said no. If he's ejected, like he's in the outfield and he gets thrown out, you can still put somebody else in for him.
But he becomes the OE. He can, that person
Yeah.
cannot bat.
Yeah, he cannot bat. So it's only the bat. What they're asking is if he gets thrown out of the game after that, he's in left field and he yells something, he gets thrown out. You could still put somebody in for him.
And they still can't bat.
But they still can't
Takes
bat.
his own.
It's always the spot.
Right.
I don't care
They
about-
still cannot bat.
Yep, it could be 900 people on that spot. None of them are going to get to bat. Correct. All right, what's the least amount you can start with? 9. Men's B, C, D, and E. Didn't even talk about COVID. So, minimum of 9. Runner on first, nobody out. Line drive that hits the runner standing on first at fair territory, bounces to the second baseman, throws to the shortstop at second for an out, and then to first base for an out. What do we got? Why? Why is it a live ball? Perfect. Yep, we're going to roll 2 there. 1 out, runners on first and second base when the batter hits a line shot to the shortstop that turns his glove backwards and slaps the ball downward. Picks up the ball, steps on second with second out, thrown the first time for the double play. What's the correct call? We talked about this? Dead ball. We're going to get 1, not 2. The dead ball. You could be making calling sports line conduct calling out. If that only leaves them with 8, ball game, you can go. What's that? Batters. Yep. Ball is out, yep, ball is dead, 2 outs, batter is declared, runners remain. Due to an intentional drop. Remember, you can't intentionally drop something that you don't catch. Okay, on a fly ball, if that had been a fly ball and you never touched it. Okay, we're gonna get into the fly, but. The umpire notices that the home team has an ice chest in their dugout. They're putting the balls in to cool them off. Is this legal? It's legal if nobody catches you. No, you got to remove the ball from play. Could be suspended. That's a sportsmanlike conduct. Making a mockery of the game. A travesty. B1 hits fair and touch ball over the fence as a home run. B1 fails to touch first base. Defense makes a proper appeal.
Unless you have the hit and sit rule.
That's the correct answer.
Got the hit and sit rule, you know.
Civilization is hit and sit, speed up rule. Yep. There is no defensive, there is no appeal for not touching first. There's no appeal now for not running out of full base award. And if you're on base, you sit down. If you want to touch the next base, you can, but there is no appeal for any type of that. Home run, full base award. Offensive coach requests for a charge conference. However, the coach has already been charged with a conference early in the inning. Can he have a second conference? Wait a minute. Read it again. Which coach?
B.
So the offensive coach.
Oh,
You're only allowed 1 per inning for offense.
There you go. So you just make sure it's different for defensive. Defensive, they allow as many as you want, as long as they keep taking pictures out of the game. So yeah, just 1 for an offense per inning. 1 conference. Batter hits a 1-hopper to the pitcher. Ball gets stuck in the glove's webbing. Pitcher throws his glove and the ball and everything with it. What do we got?
the first baseman has control of it.
Legal action. Batter's out. Yeah. Then we can check to see if it's 4.5 inches or not.
I see that being called so much now because you guys said that.
You know what? I got a question for you on that,
Yeah.
real quick. I mean, I know the answer, but I'm just curious. Scenario where he throws the ball, or he throws the glove to the first baseman, and the first baseman actually catches it and holds it against his body instead of like having possession. He's holding against his body, he doesn't have possession of it, correct? And he's safe.
Control. He's got to have control.
Control's different than possession.
But see, but control against your body is not, that's not control anymore.
But we're talking about something that's not a ball.
Right, I think it,
I understand that.
A
So
ball is totally different.
Right.
Like you can't catch a ball between your legs and hold it.
Well, but you
That's
can
not-
hold the glove in your hand, you know,
It's gotta be
in
your
other
hand. Hand or glove.
I see what you're getting at, I totally get it, but if he's controlling it against his body,
Yeah.
I got an out.
Okay. I just want to make sure, because I know if you do that with a ball, it's not control.
Yeah, the ball's totally different.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Right. And no, that's a good point. Holding the ball onto the ground, that's not a catch.
Or against your body, that's not a catch either. Is it? I mean, if you're holding it up
Against your body is.
It
Against
is?
the ground is not.
Well, then why can't you catch it in between your legs?
Just the way it is.
It's against your
Just
body.
the way it is. The ball's in the hand.
I might see somebody trying to do
The
that.
ball's in the hand, but if you catch it like
This-
this,
this is
your
control.
elbow and your chest, it's still not your hand, but you're saying it's an out.
Oh, you're thinking of the Super Bowl. We never caught that ball.
What is a catch? What is a catch? All right, runner on first base, batter hits the ball to the shortstop, throws it wildly to second, ball goes out of play. By the time the ball goes out of play, the runner on first base has scored, the batter's on third. What are the base awards? That's all.
Second and third.
Yeah, not from release. Well, it was from release from the pitch, not from when the release was wild throw. 2 bases from where we were when he let the pitch go on the first throw. Now, he's throwing in from the outfield to the shortstop turns and wheels it. On the second throw, that's from the throw. Okay, but everything else is from the pitch, so it should be second and third, right? Yep.
If you obtain first base, you would be third.
No, not on the first throw.
Now he's talking about from shortstop.
Oh, yes, obtain first base and get third. On the second throw. Right. Yes, from the outfield. In the bottom of the seventh, 2 outs. With the coach and assistant coach come out to the pitcher's mound to talk to the pitcher. What's the call by the umpire?
Only one coach.
You're saying we only allow one coach? Or we charge that, no matter how many come out, if they come at the same time, it's one business? It's just a conference.
The assistant's allowed out there.
If they both come out, it's just one. It's not two. They can allow as many as they want. Ball, when he comes out, the whole infield comes in, we don't charge them for it. Here's the deal with the conference. The conference really has nothing to do with the coach. The conference is any stoppage of play. So if I got a pitcher, and we've done this many times, the pitcher wants to set his defense way back from behind the rubber, and we're all ready, and he's setting all his defense time. Coach, this is going to be a charged conference anyway, so you can go out there and visit with him if you want to. You don't have to. So that's one. Any stoppage of play is considered a conference. If the pitcher is trying to direct traffic, if the second baseman is trying to direct traffic and they're not playing, if a catcher wants to walk out there and point, hey, he's going here, here, and here, and here, after I've said play, time. That's a conference. Coach, if you want to go out and talk to your pitcher, you can. I'm going to charge you one conference anyway. Or if it calls time. Yeah. Okay. Rushing through here. Which of the following is not part of the umpire's official equipment? We talked about this as much as I hate it. The clicker, the indicator, whatever you want to call it. On his waiting position, the second baseman throws a warm-up pitch from the rubber. What should the umpire do? How long? First batter, not just one pitch. You got to complete the turn. Runners first and third, 1 out. The ball hits a line drive to the left fielder. Catches the ball with the first baseman's mitt. We just talked about this. Remove the glove, nullify the out, award the batter, and runners 1 base. On the field. If the pitcher releases the ball from his glove, what is the correct call? Why? Because he didn't do what? Unfair to deliverance, he didn't show it to me. Show me your glove is not showing it to me. A player showed signs of possibly having a concussion. Should be, this is new. Immediately removed from the game, shall not return that day until cleared in writing by appropriate healthcare professional. You are not a healthcare professional. If you think somebody's got a concussion, get them out of the game. If they want to talk about it, we call time and get tournament credit.
An MD, a DO.
Yeah. With runner R1 on first, the batter gets a hit in the gap in right center. The batter runner passes R1. What's the call?
Out.
Who's out? The passer or the passee?
Passing.
The hitter. Passer. Batter runner's called out for passing. Live ball, too. With the runner on third and 2 outs, the batter runner, when after hitting a fair ball and while the ball is still live, carries his bat, touches first, or runs beyond first base while carrying his bat.
Yeah. I have a question on that.
Yes, ma'am.
You go back with the flipping of the bat. You have batters that are running down the baseline with that bat, get like 3/4 of the way, and start flipping the bat. That drives me crazy too. A lot of guys
If
do.
it drives you crazy enough to be
Because they're taunting.
unsportsmanlike and taunting, and absolutely, there's no time we're going to send them.
Okay.
Umpire judgment there. USSSA bat performance factor, which needs to be visible each bat, is what? 1.2. Pitcher delivers the ball while facing second base. Wait a minute. He can do it, and you can swing at it, right? We don't call it illegal, unfair delivered, nothing. We don't call any of that. It's just a ball. But if he hits it, it's all we can get. No, you can't do that. It's unfair delivered. You've got to be facing it. After the pitch is delivered, the pitcher runs toward the batter, yelling, waving his arms. Batter appears to be confused, swings and misses, strikes out. Offensive claims this is illegal. What's the correct call? What's that? Pitcher's an idiot. That's one. But defensive structure. Batter wanted first. Wants the pitcher not to repeat this action or could be ejected. Here's another one too. You got 5 men. that wants to dance and jump around behind the pitcher, directly behind the pitcher, back and forth, whatever, obstruction. Long fly ball hit down the left field line, hits the fielder's glove in fair, bounces over the outfield, foul. Hits him in fair, bounces over and foul. What do we got? How many people think it's 2 bases? 2 bases. Just like bouncing going out of play. How many courtesy runners are allowed per inning? There's the answer. Actually, that's not true.
1 per gender?
No,
That's how Doc
that's
had
not
it.
true either.
In
I mean, that's true, but per inning, per full inning, how many courtesy runners are allowed? 2. Very good. 2. 1 in the top, 1 in the bottom.
Mixed world. Doc had 1 per gender.
And the greatest umpires?
You,
All the above. And me. I should put my name on there. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hey, here's the deal. Thank you guys so much. You guys can go through the mechanics clinic. I'm here all day. Be here tonight for the banquet. If you have any questions, concerns, come see me. Thank you so
Hold
much.
on for 1 second, please, again.
Oh, sorry.
The red umpire shirts that you got, there are a few left down there. There's like 3 or 4 extra large and some larges. They're $5 if you're interested. Would you come out this door? Would you come out this door, please, and go down and see Mike McKinney, and he'll direct